Good morning, guys. This is Pastor Scott here. One of the things that the Apostle Paul likes to talk about is striving for a crown. And one of the ways that we can do that in our spiritual life and our physical life is through high intensity interval training. We're going to discuss it. Let's go bold. You know, guys, in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 24 through 27, Paul uses these sports analogies about striving for a crown. And I'll tell you guys, you have to, when we go through this in our life, Jesus never promises us a nice soft landing in heaven. I wish he did sometimes, but many times it's a daily ground. It's a daily grind that we have to put ourselves through. And one of the things that Paul says in verse 24 here, do you not know that that those who run in a race all run, but only one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may obtain it. And everyone who competes for the prize is temperate in all things. Now do it to obtain a perishable crown, but for an imperishable crown. So what he's talking about here is you're going to put your life works here on earth to glorify God. And once you do that, and once he takes you up to heaven, the crown that you get is not going to be some little lightweight crown. It's going to be real, and it's going to last for eternity. Not like the crowns you get here on earth, because you're not going to be able to take those with you in heaven. So I want you to think about that analogy as you go through your daily spiritual lives and you get in God's Word. One of the ways that we can do that in our physical life is through a training protocol called high intensity interval training. It's called HIT for short. We're going to discuss it. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, one of the ways we do in high intensity interval training, I'm going to talk to you about some of the stations that I use here. This is a great workout for me personally because I get to work on this tire, which is always hard. And it also helps me immensely with my cardiovascular health. And I'll just tell you guys, overall fitness, I think when we can do short periods of high intensity training and then rest for a few minutes, get our heart rate back down, and then take it up again through another high intensity. And we try to do that for several iterations. I think it's great for your body. But what I like to use is a 5-4-3-2-1 protocol. And here's what I mean by that. I will do 5 seconds of very intense cardio here on my road bike. And I will try to get that heart rate up pretty high. Just for 5 seconds. That's all you need. 5 seconds of really high intensity cardio workout. And then I come over here and I do 4 assisted chin-ups or pull-ups. And what I mean by assisted, I have these bands. It doesn't provide a lot. I've got to where this is a pretty light band, so I'm getting stronger at my pull-ups. But still, for an old man, I've got to have a little bit of assistance. The third thing that I do is I then come and I do a goblet squat with a 28 kilo kettlebell. I do 3 reps of that, so I'm at 5, I'm at 4, I'm at 3, and then I come over here. As you see here, this is the white one. This one's tough. This is a 32K kettlebell. I do 2 kettlebell swings with this. It's about 108 pounds. And then I finish with 1 rep of just a general lift where I pick up a 50-pound a medicine ball and I put it on the top of this little contraption that I've made here. Now, here's the thing about these exercises that especially the last one. This is all for functional bodybuilding. And if I could make my body functional, remember what my purpose is here, not to be a bodybuilder, not to be a pro football player or a great athlete. I'm doing this so I could have the ability to run that race for King Jesus, get that glorious crown, so I could be in shape. The other thing, too, if I'm getting my knee replaced when I'm 65 years old, or I'm getting my hip replaced, or I'm getting back surgery when I'm 70, I'm not going to be all I can be. And so by doing these functional bodybuilding exercises, I'm going to be able to run that race, and I'm going to be able to compete for that 1 crown. Now, I'm going to demonstrate these to you, and we're going to discuss it more. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, I'm here on the road bike. I'm going to do 5 seconds very intently, and then I'm going to transition to my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to rest for about 40 seconds, and I'll take it through the whole time. We won't film all of them, but we'll discuss it at the end when I get done with the entire workout. Let's check it out. Okay, that whole routine took me about a minute here from start to finish. Now what I'll do is I'll rest for a minute and then I'll start the whole thing again. I'll tell you guys, you can just see that's intensity. If I could get 10 or 15 of these today, it's going to be a good workout. Woo! Here's the thing, guys. This is a tough workout, and what I'll tell you, well, I'll tell you guys, if you could get 10 to 15 reps in this, it's going to do incredible things for you. Today, I got 15 in. It's tough, and what you're going to see is it's really important that you get a heart rate monitor that you kind of see here where your heart rate is. My max heart rate this time got up to 150. I've been resting for a few seconds before I came out to catch my breath. But it gets out to about 150, and it doesn't start that way. You'll notice when you start this routine, your heart rate, mine gets up to about 125, and it gets up to about 135, and then I'll start as I do more sets. My heart rate will increase until the very end. But I try to do this routine about 2 days a week. I really appreciate you guys watching our podcast today and try to stay fit both physically and spiritually. God bless you. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I really want you to go bold today. God bless you and go bold.